What's up, everybody? It's SLR Genset, and let's be real for a second. COVID flipped the script on everything. Remember those lockdown days? Felt like the whole world hit pause. But you know what? It felt like gaming hit fast forward. I'm talking next-level growth. People were stuck at home, craving connection and something, anything to take their minds off things. Gaming became the answer, and let me tell you, it exploded. We're talking way more players, new games popping up left and right, and a whole new level of respect for what we do. So, how did we go from controller in the basement to a global phenomenon? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the how and why of gaming's post-COVID boom.
All right, picture this. It's 2020, the world's freaking out and we're all stuck inside. Schools are closed, offices are empty, and social life? Yeah, that's basically non-existent. Suddenly, gaming went from a hobby to a lifeline for millions. Think about it. Games gave us that escape we were craving. They let us connect with friends when we couldn't hang out in person. And let's be honest, they kept us sane when it felt like the world was going crazy. Whether you were a seasoned pro or a total newbie, chances are you spent a lot more time gaming during COVID. And guess what? You weren't alone.
Now, this boom wasn't just about consoles and PCs, okay? Mobile gaming, that went absolutely nuts. Think about it. Everyone's got a phone in their pocket, right? Suddenly, you didn't need a fancy setup to jump into a game. Waiting for your sourdough to rise? Boom, mobile game. Stuck on a Zoom call that could have been an email? Mobile game. This accessibility blew the doors wide open. It wasn't just hardcore gamers anymore. It was your grandma crushing it at Candy Crush, your aunt getting competitive in Words with Friends. Everyone was getting in on the action. This wasn't just a trend. It was gaming evolving right before our eyes.
Here's the thing about gaming. It's more than just pressing buttons. It's about community. And during those isolated times, that sense of community was more important than ever. Multiplayer games became our virtual hangout spots. We were raiding dungeons with our guildmates, battling it out in Warzone with our crew, all while stuck at home in our pajamas. We were cracking jokes, strategizing, and celebrating victories together, even if we were miles apart. These weren't just random players, they were the friends and support systems we needed. Gaming became a lifeline, a way to stay connected when the real world felt a million miles away.
Now let's talk about esports, because COVID took competitive gaming to a whole other level. With traditional sports on hold, esports filled the void, tournaments went virtual, and guess what? More people than ever tuned in. We're talking millions watching their favorite streamers and pro players battle it out. Suddenly, esports wasn't this niche thing anymore. It was on ESPN, it was making headlines, it was impossible to ignore. This mainstream attention brought legitimacy, sponsorships, and a whole lot of new eyes on the scene. COVID might have changed the game, but it also proved that esports is here to stay.
Listen, I know some people still see gaming as just a hobby, but COVID proved that it's so much more than that. For a lot of us, gaming wasn't just about fun, it was about mental health. It was about stress relief. It was about having a sense of control and accomplishment when everything else felt chaotic. Studies even showed that playing games helped people cope with anxiety and loneliness during the pandemic. And let's not forget the cognitive benefits, problem solving, hand-eye coordination, strategic thinking. These are all skills you develop from gaming, skills that translate to the real world. So yeah, gaming is fun, but it's also a powerful tool for connection, growth, and well-being.
So, what did we learn? COVID might have thrown us a curveball, but the gaming community stepped up in a major way. We provided entertainment, connection, and a whole lot of support when the world needed it most. But here's the thing, this wasn't just a temporary blip. Gaming's place in our culture is stronger than ever. It's a global phenomenon, a driving force in entertainment, and a legitimate path for competition and careers. The future of gaming is brighter than ever, and I, for one, am hyped to see what happens next. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me how gaming helped you get through those crazy COVID times.